All right, time now to turn back to Hannah over there in the Storm Alert Center, and we're talking about seeing these temperatures continue to rise a little bit, but it still doesn't feel that bad out there.
It still feels great, but it doesn't feel like October. You know, I feel like we're a little bit behind. This is what we kind of should have been experiencing in September, and we're just playing catch up here. We have high temperatures, which are going to be very similar to yesterday, so in the lower 80s and the upper 70s for some. With lower humidity levels, it's going to feel very nice outside, but humidity levels are just a couple degrees warmer than what they were this time yesterday. But you'll see that we're going to continue to trend comfortable and dry. Yes, we see this begin to peak up a little bit, and I think we could feel on the humid side Saturday night into your Sunday morning because we've got a frontal system that's going to move through, and yes, that is going to give us some rain. You need heat and humidity to have some of those thunderstorms, but then a drastic drop, and we're going to see very dry air roll into the area heading into the start of next week. So again, right now we have dry air, or you know, it's relatively dry. But as that cold front moves in, yeah, we get some moisture because we have those storms. That's going to pass. And look at those brown colors, those darker colors farther out to the west. That's going to shift its way into our viewing area along with that cold front. And that's when we'll start to see even drier air than what we're seeing already. So rain chances Saturday night into your Sunday. There is still the possibility to see a few strong storms, but again, I believe the majority of anything severe is going to stay farther over to the west and should weaken by the time it makes its way into our area. But we could see some gusty winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour. So could see, you know, maybe some issues with some tree damage or roofs, or maybe some isolated power outages. But the big thing, and the thing that we really need, is the rainfall, and we should get up to an inch of rain for a large portion of the area. But again, future wind gusts heading into Sunday, you kind of see that 25 to 35 with some isolated gusts a little heavier than that starting to roll into the area. And then things should begin to wind down later on during your Sunday afternoon. But in regards to the the rain and storms, but things could still stay a little bit gusty behind that. And then by the time we head into Monday, that's when those wind gusts are really going to begin to die down. Potential rainfall over the next 5 days. You see here, we got some great numbers and showing a lot of rain, or at least, you know, the widespread coverage of this said rain, anywhere between 3/4 of an inch to an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. We could really use it. And fortunately, you know, the forecast is still staying very concise in regards to the accumulation kind of spreading out across the area. So here's what that kind of looks like with the future cast. So Sunday night or Saturday night into your early Sunday morning, that cold front's going to move through. That's going to bring us some of that rainfall. Could see a little bit of that rain kind of into your mid-morning Sunday, but then we will begin to dry out, and then we'll see those drier conditions continue heading into the start of your Monday. But again, that much needed rain, it's just around the corner. So are some cooler temperatures. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Hannah.